Oh, that one much better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And this is the CrazyTalk 8 tutorial. Now, I am grabbing the tutorial for CrazyTalk 8 now. CrazyTalk 8 is the last iteration of CrazyTalk. There's not been a major update since CrazyTalk 8 came out, and that is 2015 video that we're getting ready to watch. So that product has not had a major update in 4 years. However, up to that point, it did go through 8 major iterations from the first time it was released till now. So I'm going to selectively skip ahead a little bit as well, just to let you know. Now, we're going to be doing a 3D image from a single image. That's the exact same way the other software works. So I'm going to go ahead and press play from this point forward.
A 3D head. Okay. So this is the part where I want to pause and just mention some tips. When you work with an image, there are certain things that you need to remember. Number one, you need to make sure that your image, your face, is looking straight at the camera.
And this is going to be the exact same for Mugjam. That's the exact same type of images that you want. You want a face that's looking directly at the camera, not smiling, no expression, not showing teeth, just a face looking towards the camera.
That your face is not pitching up or pitching down. You need to be aligned with the camera, number one. Number two, make sure that you have absolutely no facial expressions on your face. Do not smile, do not frown, do not create wrinkles, do not open your mouth to show teeth. You need to have a neutral expression. Number three, try to have absolutely no accessories on your face, like sunglasses or reading glasses. And also try to move back any type of hair that you have touching your forehead. I know that sometimes females like to have that style, but when you have hair interfering with the texture of your forehead, this will cause problems once we're doing the texturing of your 3D model head.
Now, the texturing that he's talking about, we're going to skip ahead a little bit into this because what we're going to be doing is he's going to be selecting the image now. And you're going to notice that the image goes from looking human to cartoonish in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and go.
Here, Adrian Front. This is a very nice image. I actually like to work with this picture because she has very interesting texture. The color of her skin makes it ideal to show off how you can bring in all this beautiful texture into CrazyTalk 8 and how we can start morphing the face. So let's use Adrian here. And that way we can work on all the small
He was talking
details
about
of
how
her
to
face.
zoom in
Now,
and
how
out
do I
on the
zoom in
photo.
here? I'm basically scrolling up this guide.
So
And
now
down here where it says
this is
target,
the point to where you're going to have to start putting points on the actual photograph in order to animate the character that you're going to be creating. So it's going to be taking the base photo here. You've got to put in all of these points that's going to be used for animation. So I'll let it go from here.
point, you can see where you need to place your next point. So right now we're talking about the outer corner of the right eye. Now our subject is Adrian here. So it's her right eye, not ours. So it would be over here, and that would be the outer corner of the right eye. Just drop it in there. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay. Then we go to the inner corner of the right eye, just like that. And then inner corner of the left eye, and then outer corner. And then we go to the nose tip, right corner of the mouth, right about there, center of the mouth, and then left corner of the mouth. Then we go to the outer edge of right cheek. Now here we might be wondering, well, should we put this up here in the center or down here? So the trick is you need to put this point, the outer edge of the cheek, on the longest width of the face. So imagine there's a parallel line cutting right across Adrian's face on the longest width, and that's where you have to put that point. So I'm guessing right about there. Then imagine the line going all the way to the other side, but not yet. because right now we have to continue working with the right edge of the jaw, just like we have in the illustration here. So for the right edge of the jaw, you can actually touch your own jaw on your face and touch the bone back here.
So now you're going to understand a little bit that you have to do all of this setup first in order to make sure that you've got your character the way that you want it. Now, this is where the morphing takes
A
place.
3D face profile.
Now, all of a sudden, that face looks cartoonish. Looks like CGI. You are moving out of what looks like a human face into a cartoonish face.
Part. Now this part is very important. Oh, before I continue, notice that we have already started generating that face, and it looks incredible. I mean, it's incredible what we can do.
And I'm going to be honest, being able to create this type of animation is awesome. Now remember, this is software that you have to download and install on your actual computer as well.
Just with a couple of points. Look what CrazyTalk already did. Okay, very, very nice. So if you want to rotate here, just left mouse button, and I can move this around. And if I want to zoom, scroll up or scroll down. We also have some other gizmos here to help you out. Not just the
I'm
face
just going to skip
profile that
ahead
we're
a
going to
little bit.
have, but we're going to the system will remember the gender, and this is where we can choose
Skipping ahead a
ethnicity,
little bit
or we
more.
can choose a face profile based on some
And that
pronounced features
changes
like
or
big nose
morphs
and
the
heavy
actual
face.
face into
But
those types
when
of
you can
profiles.
compare all these, click on apply, depending on the gender, Caucasian, okay, with a Caucasian ethnicities like Malayan. This will give us a flatter face and also to
So you
properly
can actually see
choose
a little
the
bit more of
initial
what's going on.
profile. Okay.
Okay.
Next,
Now,
we're
we're
going to
not
start
done yet.
initializing the
Now we
3D
need
viewer.
to make more points on these actual photos
Okay.
in order for all the
So
animation
here
to
we
work
have
properly.
front fitting, side fitting, texture blending, and detail morph. So today we're just going to cover front fitting and part of the, I think it's texture blending. I'm not sure.
So I'm just going to
3D
skip
viewer
ahead a little bit.
to pan. Okay. If I wish to rotate, I can use the C. If I want to rotate, I can use my right mouse home. Okay.
I'm skipping ahead
Great.
to get through
So
his
let's start
instruction a
here.
little bit.
On the left side, we're going to begin with the eye right, the right eye. So here we have two modes. We have the point mode, which is basically clicking on a specific point, it turns red, and I could bring this up or down. This is the point mode. And then we have the line mode. How do I activate this? I hover my mouse over the line, and when it turns green, I click on it, and then it turns red. Now we're in the line mode, and I'm able to grab this entire facial feature and move it up. Okay. And then if I click outside, I unlock the line mode and I go back to point mode. So let's work on the eyebrow. Okay, that looks pretty good.
So he's
And then let's
matching
work
up
on the eyes.
the lines
So the
with
eyes
the
is fairly
actual
simple.
eyebrow and the eyes.
Bring this right down here, the corners of the eye.
Is this a professional tool? Absolutely.
And there's
Can
one
you
important
rock
thing I'd
out
like
some
to mention.
amazing
When you have the
cartoons with
pupil,
this?
you see these 4
Absolutely.
points that we have here. These
Not
4
taking
points,
anything away from
okay?
Crazy
These 4
Talk 8.
points, you want to make sure that they encompass that pupil. That will
So
give
I'm just going to skip ahead a
then
little
into
bit.
point mode again.
Now you got to do
And
the
I believe
left
we could
eye.
do this right. Now this is what we
And
call,
now
this
you're
is for
doing the
morphing. This
nose.
is the morph area that we're going to use. So if I'm using these points here, I'm using the point mode. Let me bring and others that appear. I like that.
So
Okay.
yeah, you could
And then
change
I
the
can
look of the
rotate
face, full 9 yards. So
Adrian to see what she looks like.
So what Crazy Talk 8 does is it allows you to use a photo to create a base character, and then you change it to what you want it to look like. That's the whole purpose of Crazy Talk 8. I'm not going to go much further into it, but you can see we're not even to the point of doing any type of animation. The second thing is there's absolutely no text to speech capability unless you use your own text to speech software and then import the audio into the actual software. So now that we have that pretty much exposed, letting you know, let you see all of that, let me go ahead and show you a couple of more things here. This is their forum. Their forum is rather active. There's people still talking in and out of it. However, once again, they're talking more about their newer software and not about CrazyTalk. They do have quite a bit of software that you can check out. However, CrazyTalk is not their flagship product anymore. So just letting you know about that. So let me go ahead and get something going here real quick. And then I will bring this over. There it is. Okay. So this is Mugjam, the new software that's going to be coming out. And I want you to realize that, yes, I am an affiliate for Mugjam and I am going to be promoting this because I've already created a few videos and it's extremely easy and extremely fast. Now, the videos that I've all been doing are the green screen ones, which is the pro upgrade. It's not the initial front end, but you also have to get the pro upgrade in order to get the green screen. But I like this the most. It allows me to quickly create a project. You can have a lot of fun with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do Santa Claus. And I'm going to click on Create Project. And what I'm going to do is look for Santa Claus images. And I'm going to try to find a Santa Claus that's looking directly at the camera where I can actually use his face. And it'll take me just a moment. Now, of course, you're going to make sure that you have complete and utter rights to the photos that you're going to be using, especially for any type of commercial use. So let me grab this copy image address, put it up here. Perfect. Save image as. And boom, save, done. Now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to create my Mug plugin. I'm going to browse my files and I'm going to look for Santa that I just downloaded. There he is. I agree. Please continue. And as soon as it's done, it's doing all the points for you. It's grabbing the information, it's making the points on the eyes, making the points on the mouth, on the nose, so you can actually do its animation. Its animation is much more restricted. It's basically going to be the eyes blinking, maybe a little bit of a head tilt, and the mouth moving. It's not going to give you as much freedom as CrazyTalk 8, but these are two different programs. One does a lot for you, and when you have something that simplifies a process, you give up control. So, boom, we now have Santa like that. What I'm going to do, this is what I have been doing a lot of, is I've been coming over to remove.bg, grabbing the images that I download and removing the backgrounds. And I'm going to show you the reason why. So let me grab Santa here. There's the original. There's the new Santa Claus with the image removed. So now I'm going to save this image as Santa. I'm going to open it up. That's what it looks like now with the image removed. So I'm going to come back over to Mugjam, and I don't like it, so I'm going to click on re-upload. And there's the old one. And I bet you this other one went into a different file. Download this again. I bet you it went to, yep, went to downloads. So now that I've got that, I'm going to click OK, browse files. That's the old one. This is the one with the background removed. And it should recognize it pretty much, make it a lot easier. It may still remove the hat and other stuff. We'll see. Takes just a few seconds for it to do. But this is the longest portion of time, really is. Because once you have this done, then doing the rest is pretty simple. Now remember, we're going to be using green screen. Now it's telling you exactly also over here, you're going to look, relax, looks natural. Make sure you get a good quality photo. Hair and glasses, remove the glasses, get the hair out of your face. Look straight at the camera. Eyes straight. So you want to make sure all of that is done. Okay, so that looks a little bit better, even though I don't see the top of it, but it looks like his hair. So I'm just going to go ahead and save it. So my avatar is done, and I'm going to click on my avatar, and then I'm going to go ahead and go forward with it. And now I'm just typing in just a little blurb in here for the text to speech. Okay, so you can then find an actual voice. You can choose the Google WaveNet service or the Amazon Poly service. Choose what region, which is really nice. So I'm going to choose United States. I'm going to choose male. Click on
Hi,
start.
this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl, or a naughty boy or girl? Trust me, I know as I have a list and I check it twice. I hope to visit your house Christmas Eve night. Merry Christmas.
So we've got that voice for the male. We can do another male.
Hi, this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl, or a naughty boy or girl? Trust me, I know as I have a list and I check it twice.
And
Hi,
then,
this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl, or a naughty
so now you
boy or
can
girl?
speed up the
Trust me, I know
voice,
as I. Hi, this is Santa. Have you been a good boy
change
or
a little bit
girl,
of the
or a naughty boy?
pitch.
Hi, this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl, or a naughty? Hi, this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or
See how the
girl,
voice is
or a
going a little
naughty
bit
boy?
deeper with the pitch going down.
Hi, this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl,
And then you
or
can
a
even
naughty
slow
boy
it
or
down a little
girl?
bit.
Hi, this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl, or a naughty
Now you
boy
can
or
also
girl?
do record
Trust me, I
voiceover
know
or
as I have a
upload a
list and I
voiceover if you
check it
so choose.
twice. I hope to
Totally
visit your
up to
house
you.
Christmas Eve night. Merry Christmas.
So I like that one. I'm going to go ahead and choose next step. And now it's rendering the actual video. Now, if I wanted to, I can upload it to YouTube, Twitter, Vimeo, but the video creation is that quick. If you already have your text written out, that's how quick this software is going to be. Once again, this is the pro level. This is not just the entry level purchase. This is also the upgrade. So, because I do like the green screen a lot, and I'll show you why here in just a couple of minutes, you can use software such as Camtasia or other software, remove the green screen portion, add backgrounds, and you've got a beautiful way to make, you can customize and do custom recorded videos for people. Do these on Fiverr, have Santa do an actual text-to-speech message to kids. It's a great way to make a few bucks on Fiverr pretty quickly. So as you see, we're about 30% of the way done as it continues to whirl on. So I'm going to stay here at this point in time, but I can come over to my projects in another tab. And then of course, there's 4 ready for download. I've got these here. I've done one with my pastor at church because he really loves chicken. A few other ones which I've been messing around with and playing with. This is, like I said, it's fast because now we're just waiting for it to render. And it's going to have a green screen in the background, which is perfectly fine. That's exactly what I'm wanting. So we're around 43% of the way done. Now, what you can also do is type in your email. Well, it's pretty much done. And I'm going to go ahead and click on play.
Hi, this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl, or naughty boy or girl?
See how the head
Trust me,
moves, the
I
eyes
know as I
blink, and
have
the
a
mouth
list and
moves.
I check it twice.
It
I hope to
still
visit
looks
your
like
house
the
Christmas
image.
Eve night. Merry Christmas.
Now, we can go full screen, give you a better look at
Hi,
it.
this is Santa. Have you been a good boy or girl, or naughty boy or girl? Trust me, I know as I have a list and I check it twice. I hope to visit your house Christmas Eve night. Merry Christmas. Hi, this is
I just want to
Santa.
check it one
Have
more
you
time.
been a good boy or girl, or naughty boy or girl? Trust me, I know as I have a list and I check it twice. I hope to visit your house Christmas Eve night. Merry Christmas.
Now you can click on those 3 dots and download the actual MP4 video. Speed-wise, there is no comparison. You can have this have an actual image to a video done in a matter of just a few minutes. With CrazyTalk 8, I'm thinking it's going to be at least an hour. And then you still have to do your own voiceovers. You still have to do your own text to speech. Everything is built into Mugjam. Do you lose animation control with Mugjam? Yes. You don't have as much control. However, you don't have the amount of time adding all of the dots for the actual animation features. So it's kind of a give and take. If you're doing this to have speed, to have some fun stuff, Mugjam's definitely what you're wanting to do. If you're wanting high professional cartoon looking animation, CrazyTalk 8's what you're wanting. So I just wanted you to see and compare and contrast the two. Now, of course, Mugjam does have, I'm going to go ahead and since this is downloaded, I'm going to come over to my projects. Now, there's a lot of other projects and galleries and templates that you can use. Once again, this is also on different levels. You're probably not going to be getting them all. I'm not for sure exactly which ones you get on the very beginning, but I know the green screen is not included with the front end. You do have to purchase the upgrade for that. But I really do like this because business cards right on. My biggest thing, and a lot of people's biggest things, and I'm just going to say this right now, they don't like getting in front of the camera. But they could take a photo of themselves. They can record their own voice and marry the two together and create an animation. And they're okay with that, but they're not okay getting in front of the camera. So this also resolves that issue a little bit as well. So this is one of the things that I've been looking at. This is definitely one of the areas that I have been checking it out quite a bit. I do like the ease of Mugjam because it allows me speed. Sometimes speed is what's needed. If I want to have something extremely professional looking, CrazyTalk 8's what you're going to be using. But if you prefer the speed and you want it to look human, Mugjam. If you're okay with it looking like animation, CrazyTalk 8. There's give and take to each one of these products. It all depends on what you're willing to give up or what you're willing to do. So this is something that I want you guys to look at. I think this is probably a pretty good product. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, it's got Todd Gross on the front end. I could care less. Todd Gross is not the product creator. The product creator is the person that's going to be supporting it. Todd Gross isn't going to be supporting it. He's going to be talking about his products. He's going to be looking at what he's working with, but he will not be actually supporting the product. The gentleman that actually does this product, Rohit Shah, he has Recastly. Recastly, I'm not exactly sure. It's a video player to my knowledge. Allows you to, let's see here, make videos that play on your website. I'm thinking it may be a video player for the actual recasting or recasting out recorded videos. I haven't looked at it, so I don't know. That's a guess. However, he does support that software. He joined JVZoo around 2017 to actually start selling it. Recastly is still a product that is sold today. And he normally does from what I'm hearing, does a decent job. Looking at his profile, I don't see a lot of negative. He's done around 3,500 sales through JVZoo. And he had product of the day once. Will this get product of the day? Most likely. But remember, Todd Gross is just the talking head on this. If that's upsetting you, turn off your speakers. Look at the actual video, watch how it works, learn how it. That's as simple as I could say it, because allowing you to create and using these templates here, let's say real estate, click on the real estate one. This one shows an actual preview.
Unique, modern and private house. Located about 3
Once again,
miles south of the deep
text-to-speech,
port
it
harbor
does
of beautiful
sound a little
Manistee.
robotic, but
Enjoy
there's
the woods and the
human-looking
pristine
face.
lakefront. With this beautiful home, every day is a staycation. An attractive decor, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, large eating kitchen and a beautiful living room.
It's not
This house
bad.
is move-in ready.
I can actually see how
It
this
has
is
been
going to be
completely
used.
updated from top to bottom.
Let's take a look at this one that does the restaurant
At
review.
Ed's Oyster Bar and Restaurant, our goal is to provide guests with an
Now
unparalleled
you can also
dining
do your
experience
own
complete with
voiceovers. Keep
excellent
that in
service
mind.
and
And your own
high-quality
voiceovers
cuisine.
may do better
Our
than
place
text to
uses
speech,
only
but
fresh,
you do
never
have the
frozen,
text to speech
flown in
built in.
daily.
So I'm just really liking how this is looking. You can tell stories, such as in Pinterest, which these are the type of videos that you're going to want to start
Nutrition is
doing
important for
on
fitness.
Pinterest,
The food we eat plays
because
a vital
Pinterest is
role
getting
in how
into
we look
videos
and
big
feel.
time. This is going to
My
help. This is
program
going to
includes
get you
20-minute
noticed.
delicious and
Let's take a look at this one.
Heroes Unite. Come and celebrate with us Emily's first birthday on the 6th of October, 7 p.m.
These are great ideas.
RSVP now.
Intros, outros, quotes. You wanted to do quotes.
Whenever you feel sad, just remember there are billions of cells in your body and all they care about is you.
You know, these are just little things.
Holy moly. We had an incredible experience
5-star
working with
review,
Perfect
doing your
Agency.
actual overviews
They have helped us
or
create
reviews.
some of the best designs
Not a
we've
bad
ever
idea.
seen.
These are some really good ideas, and I do like the actual product. Ads. Here's another one. This is one that would be great for
Exciting
Pinterest.
news. The pre-holiday sale is live now. Check out the link in bio for 50% off coupon. Happy shopping.
See, those are very good for Pinterest. Those are going to get people's eyes. Boom, they click on it and then go over to your ad. So that is it. So I hope you guys like my review, letting you see exactly how the software works. I'm going to be adding the actual affiliate link from Mugjam here in just a minute. But I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Have a great time. And I will see you next time. Thanks.